Mark, did you find out anything from all your analysis of the North Ferriby game that you didn't already know at 5:05 on Saturday?
No, didn't find out anything that I didn't already know. The fact that we had all the possession, but we didn't create anything. So the creative players that were in the team didn't create anything. Simple as that.
So the problem's there. How do you put it right?
We have to be more creative, which we are usually a very creative team. But in a game where we have all of the ball on Saturday, we didn't. I think we created two chances. Wasn't good enough. So we have to play a team that we think we have to find a way now in the last 6 games, and hopefully going into the playoffs, that we have to find a way of giving us the best opportunity to win those games.
You talk there of the playoffs, which I suppose takes any pressure off of still trying to chase automatic, but I guess internally, and the desire to win, it doesn't take any pressure off at all, does it? Nothing changes.
No, we have to win a couple of games to make sure we get in the playoffs. We have to pick a team that are desperate to play for the football club, desperate to run about, and desperate to put their bodies on the line in the last 6 games in the normal league season, and then hopefully 3 games in the playoffs.
I mean, one would imagine you scored pretty well anyway, but is this where you really find out those who are sort of have got the stomach for the fight, if you like?
I think so. I think we're starting to find out anyway, and I think we have to, like I say, I'm going to pick a team, and we're going to play in a way that gives us the best opportunity to win the playoffs.
Does that necessarily mean a change of style? I'm not expecting you to tell me sort of massive tactics changes, but are those the sort of things that you might be thinking of?
We think of everything, thinking of everything, and trying to find a way. And I think that's the key, is finding a way. We usually find a way when we have a little bit of a blip. We usually come out and find a way, and this week's been no different. But I've been disappointed. I'm not publicly criticising players. I've just been a little bit disappointed in the last 2 games. The lack of desire to win the game.
Also, how much responsibility is there on the players to put things right and on the pitch themselves when it needs to be done? And we saw when you went long when teams were really pressing you up here a couple of weeks ago, and sort of you needed to make that change in a game.
Yeah, we, like you say, if we give the players a lot of trust on the pitch, and they obviously have to realise if teams are pressing them, then they have to play over that. If teams are dropped off, then we play. But however you dress it up, if you have 80% possession, which you have on Saturday, you have to score a goal. It's no good keep passing the ball along the halfway line. You need to get the ball in the box. Or the flair players that you play, like we did on Saturday, need to be able to pick a pass or bend the ball into the goal to open the floodgate.
Guiseley are on a decent run themselves. They've only lost 1 in the last 7. Will they think they've got a chance? Will that help you sort of if they play a little bit more?
I'm sure. I think they've got a chance, and rightly so. They're, like I said, on a good run. They've got some good players. It'll be a tough game. So we're expecting a tough game. But we're going to go there with a team that hopefully are desperate to prove a point and desperate to get 3 points.
Johnny Maxted, the man you've got to beat. I suppose the last thing you want is a former Forest Green goalkeeper having a blinder against his old team.
It usually works that way, doesn't it? It usually works that way, but Johnny's a good goalkeeper, and he's been in decent form for Guiseley, but we've got to concentrate on our players and make sure, like I say, they all give everything they've got, because we've got a game Saturday, game Tuesday, game Friday, so it's a tough schedule of fixtures.
Injuries? How's the squad?
We got one or two that have declared themselves not fit, so we'll have to take stock this morning, training, and see what we do.
And if Liam Noble's not available, how big a miss would the skipper be again?
If he's on form, big miss. If he's playing well at the top of his game, he's a big miss, yeah.